Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Anthony Yarde destroys Lyndon in their rematch in the 4th round. Very good performance by Anthony Yarde, the biggest victory of his career, and I would say the best performance of his career. Now going into this fight, I picked Anthony Yarde to win. I felt that he would make the necessary adjustments. However, I felt he would score a stoppage late on in this fight. I didn't expect it to be early, so Anthony Yarde exceeded my expectations, and quite frankly, I'm glad he won. Overall, I just find him to be a much more exciting fighter, and I find him more affable and more likeable in comparison to Lyndon, so I'm glad Anthony Yarde won this fight. But he came out in this fight and was much more aggressive than he was in the first fight. Right from the opening bell, Anthony Yarde closed the distance much quicker than the first fight. He quickened up his feet. He was giving Lyndon different looks instead of just coming in straight lines, plodding around, no level changes like he was doing in the first fight. He came out, he closed the distance really quickly. He was fighting out of a crouch, he was moving his head, he was throwing a few feints, and he was using his jab more than he was in the previous fight. And in the very first round, Anthony Yarde did a much better job of finding a home for his overhand right. And because he closed the distance much more effectively, he was able to take advantage of Lyndon low lead left hand. Lyndon carries that hand very low, and Arthur was able to find his chin with the overhand right. And in round one, Arthur landed a series of good overhand rights. I actually felt he buzzed Lyndon a couple of times. Arthur came back with a couple of shots here and there, a couple of right hands, a couple of jabs, but Anthony Yarde dominated round one. Round two was a really messy round. Lyndon resorted to holding, mauling excessively, just trying to smother Anthony Yarde. I think he was trying to maybe gas him out, wear him down for down the stretch, but he was really smothering in round two. Round two was a close round, not too much clean work. I actually felt Lyndon landed the cleaner shots in the second round. When there was a bit of distance, he landed a couple of jabs and also a couple of straight right hands. Yarde got some good work away in the clinch, but I felt the cleaner work in round two came from Lyndon but nevertheless he was holding a lot in round two. In round three, both guys had success, a really competitive round. Yarde again was trying to pressure, Arthur was trying to box. When there was distance, Arthur was able to land that jab and the straight right hand. He was also going to the body of Anthony Yarde and he landed some good shots. Yarde, obviously, he was the guy pressuring. Once again, he was finding a home for his overhand right. Anthony Yarde also did some pretty good body work in the third round. It was a competitive round, but I felt Anthony Yarde got the better of it. I felt he landed the harder shots, plus he was forcing the action as well, being the aggressor. And round four was where the fight ended. Anthony Yarde came out quickly once again, like he did in round one, like he did in the third round. He came out quickly and let go of his shots. He backed Lyndon up onto the ropes, and I said this in my prediction. I felt that possibly Lyndon could get himself in a lot of trouble when he's sitting on the ropes. He does this in all of his fights, but nobody's made him pay for it. Yarde, he threw a series of shots. Arthur backed up to the ropes, and then Yarde let go of a barrage of punches, uppercuts through the middle, overhand rights to the head, and most importantly, some serious wicked body shots. And there was one body shot in particular, I think it was a left hook, which just took everything out of Lyndon Arthur took a knee, hurt by the body shot. He gets up at like 9.5 kind of thing, and then the referee waves it off. The stoppage was weird, I've got to admit. It was a weird stoppage, but Lyndon wasn't complaining, and I think he tried to get up at 9.5 to make it look like he tried to get up, but the referee stopped the fight, if that makes sense. I think Lyndon wanted out, quite frankly. I think he basically quit. I'll be honest, I think Lyndon Arthur quit in this fight. Anthony Yarde got to that body, hurt him to the body, and I don't think Arthur really wanted to continue. Yeah, I mean, much better performance by Anthony Yarde. Took some chances, like he needed to, but I liked that he was closing the distance much more and much quicker. Obviously, letting go of his shots, letting go of combinations, and he got the job done. So Anthony Yarde's career is back on track, and he's got some big fights ahead of him potentially. Obviously, now Anthony Yarde is going to be very highly ranked in the WBO. I'm sure Frank Warren will try to get him a shot at the Callum Johnson, Joe Smith Jr. winner. Don't be surprised if they go down that route. Obviously, as well, there's some great domestic options at light heavyweight. I'd love to see Anthony Yarde fight Craig Richards, for example, Shakan Pitters. Joshua Buatsi would be a great fight. I know there's a promotional difference there, but Buatsi versus Yarde still really interests me. So there's some great fights out there for Anthony Yarde. This was a must-win, and ultimately he got the win, and he got the knockout. So congratulations to Anthony Yarde. I'm pleased he won this fight, to be honest. I'm just not a big fan of Lyndon Arthur. I don't particularly like his style. I quite rated him on the come-up, but the more I saw of him, his style just wasn't for me. And yeah, I much prefer watching Yarde fight. I prefer him in general. So yeah, I'm glad Yarde won. He's going to be in some exciting fights. He has his flaws, as we know, but he can punch. He's got some nice flashy combinations at times, and match him right, he's going to be in some real good fights. So yeah, share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.